my answer kind of changed halfway.
Yeah, kind of. I think I've probably put you through enough difficult questions for one sitting, perhaps.
Yeah, but it's okay because it's very it's mentally challenging, and I like
glad
it.
It sounds like you enjoyed it, so I'm happy that you did. I think
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask
yeah.
you one last question, and you don't necessarily even need to answer it if you don't want to. You can just think about it if you want, but you can answer it if you'd like. It doesn't matter. So, I guess I want to ask you. So we kind of talked about if I gave that example about Alex and Daniel, and if that would, if that information that we received from them could prove that God was responsible or not responsible. Now, the question I have for you is there a way to use like a science experiment or something like that to get data and to prove whether God exists or doesn't exist?
This is actually a very interesting question. I'm a med school student and I love science. All of my life I've loved science, but I believe that science and religion can coexist. There are definitely some things that we still cannot explain through science, which is another reason why I believe in God and why I'm a religious person. I'm pretty sure that even the most well-known scientists in the past also believe in God. So you said if there's like a scientific way to prove that he's real. I think it's the fact that we can't really answer all questions.
I know I said this was going to be my last question. Do you mind if I ask a few more?
And don't mind it. You can go ahead.
So let me just kind of repeat back what I'm hearing. So you said that because we don't have answers to all of the questions that we might have, that that is a reason to believe that a God exists.
Yes, because sometimes religion answers questions that science can. I think.
Do you think that? Yeah. You think that just because religion offers an answer, do you think that it necessarily is correct?
Personally, yes. I do believe that.
There's quite a few religions that have a little bit different of a story of creationism creationism, for example. For specifically, like there's a certain religion that says that the earth was created on top of a very great and large turtleback. I mean, that might be a answer to the question of how everything started, right? Is that a good reason to believe that that's true?
So, again, I think science and religion can coexist. I mean, everyone is free to believe whatever they want to do, but I don't know how to answer this question, honestly. I really don't know how to answer this question.
Sure.
So
sure.
Can you repeat it?
I'll try to simplify and reword it a little bit. So there's a lot of religions out there, and a lot of their texts explain things quite a bit differently. And you said that if we don't know something, scientifically speaking, that perhaps religion has that answer, right? So let's say
Right.
let's go back in time maybe. So let's before science, before people really knew a lot about science and about how the world worked, right? Perhaps people, because they didn't have those answers, maybe they turned to religion, and perhaps that would lead them to believe that the Earth was, created on top of a turtle's back, right? Because there was a religion that has that doctrine. Now, do you think that because they didn't know about how the Earth was created or how anything worked outside of, their little natural environment, that that's a good reason to believe the Earth is on top of a turtle?
I mean, sure. Why not? As long as the question doesn't have an answer, everyone is free to just search for an answer themselves. And religion provides that sometimes. So, I mean, yeah. I don't really know what else to say about this, honestly.
What about if that answer that they get from religion, what if that answer is harmful? Then do you think they should still believe it?
I mean, if it's harmful to them and to others,
Okay.
really.
But if
no.
it's not harmful, then it's really not a problem to believe it?
Yeah, if it's not harmful, I don't see why it would be a problem.
Do you think that believing in things that are true, factually true, do you think that should be a priority?
Actually true. If I think it should be a priority, I think everyone should be free to choose if they want to believe more in something that's factual or something that's. But honestly, yeah, I think it should be a priority, actually, to believe in what's factually true.
Okay.
Yeah. my answer kind of changed halfway.
Yeah, kind of. That's okay though. That's quite all right.
Yeah.
All right, I think I might have my actual final question, 10 questions later.
Okay.
So we had this conversation, and at the beginning it sounded like I tried to ask you, but you kind of jumped the gun on me, and it's all right. I'm not blaming you or anything. But I had attempted to ask you what your confidence level in Orthodox Christianity was like, and it sounds like at the beginning your confidence level was pretty much 100%. Does that sound about right? Okay. And it's still
Yes, it's still
okay.
100%. If you wanted to, yeah, if you wanted to ask about
Okay.
that, it's still 100%.
Yes, that's what my question is going to be.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for being honest.
Yeah, thank you for accepting my offer.
Oh yeah, no
for
problem at
the
all.
interview.
I think good.
It was
I'm
actually very
glad you
interesting.
found it interesting, and hopefully I didn't ask too difficult of questions for you. I know I tend to do that.
They were okay. They were pretty challenging. I'm not gonna lie, but they were interesting. It really made me think.
Okay.
I like a challenge, a mental challenge.
Good.
Like it.
All right, I think we should wrap it up there. And if you want to have another conversation, I think
Okay.
that'd be pretty cool. Okay.
I mean,
I
sure.
try to have a couple conversations with each person. Sometimes that doesn't happen, and if you're not comfortable, that's perfectly fine. No worries. But
I'm actually comfortable.
Okay,
It's fine
awesome.
if you want to
all right,
talk more.
we will figure that
don't mind
out later, I guess. And I guess
Okay.
we'll just wrap it up here then. Actually, you know what? Before we wrap it up, is there any questions that you had for me?
why are you doing this? Like, what is
Sure.
what is the reason behind this? Behind what? I don't know how to pronounce the name of this.
Sure.
Okay, can you pronounce it for me? Because I'm not really sure.
Epistemology.
Okay.
And I guess the goal of it
Okay.
is just to talk to people and to see if they are using reasons to determine truth that are reliable.
Okay, that's
So,
a very interesting answer.
I'll give you an example that might make it make a little bit more sense. So, I kind of used this example in my previous video with Violet about Wicca. I don't know if you got that far into the video, but I talked to her about the green and purple people.
Okay.
So there was, let's say there's a green person who growing up, he was taught and he figured out for himself that the green people were so much superior to the purple people. And then all his life he thought that the green people were just totally awesome and purple people were just awful, degenerates or whatever, right? And I think that we might be able to agree that this green person probably did not use a good way to determine that was something that was truthful. And that perhaps if he had used a method that was reliable at determining truth, he may have determined that green and purple people are really just the same people and that not one race is better than another race. Like, it's a bit of an extreme example, and I understand that you might think, oh, that's just one example, but I think that sometimes people will use unreliable ways to determine truth, and perhaps sometimes they can use what they have learned using that method that's unreliable to sometimes discriminate against others. For example, a lot of the Catholic churches in the United States still heavily discriminate against people who are homosexual, and sometimes their members try to pass laws banning gay marriage, for example.
No, I actually think that your example is that it's okay. It's a very good example, and I know about the Orthodoxism doesn't see it as Christianity in general sees homosexuality as a sin, so it's not like it's illegal here as well, like in Romania, right. Gay marriage isn't a thing. So yeah, I understand that, but in my opinion, it's just I'm trying to stay a very balanced Christian. Again, I believe in science as well. I'm studying medicine, but I also believe in God. So God doesn't want us to hate each other, and he doesn't want us to kill each other either or anything like that. So I don't know. I don't agree with this homophobia that's present in our country. I myself am not homophobic or anything, but I understand what you're trying to say, and I think what you do is very interesting. I was actually a bit nervous because I did a little bit of research on this thing you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Street epistemology, you said it's called, and when I saw that, I got a little bit intimidated when I saw that it started from atheists. I think, I'm not sure, but I did a little bit of research, and it was a little bit intimidating because I didn't know what kind of questions. But it was actually done in a very nice and respectful way.
Thank you.
So
I try to
I appreciate that.
Stay as respectful as possible, and I try to challenge people's beliefs in the most dignified way. I never want to think someone. I don't never want someone to think that I think that their belief is incorrect. I just want to determine what kind of method that they use to determine that truth. That's really all I try to do.
Yeah, I think that's very interesting.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Thank you for answering my
everything you
question.
wanted to ask?
I mean, was the interview okay? Like,
Yes, absolutely.
did you enjoy
This was
it?
definitely one of the better ones.
Okay. Actually relieved because I felt like I didn't really answer your questions at
I
all,
guess I should have said this earlier. Sometimes I sometimes forget to say this. I try to say this to actually everybody, but I sometimes like to say that it's okay to not have an answer. It's okay to say I don't know, because sometimes saying I don't know is the most honest answer you can give.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, I don't want to take up
Okay.
too much of your time. I know we talked about only like a half an hour to 45 minutes, and it's been a little bit longer than that at this point. So I'll let you. All right.
It's okay.
It's
Don't
must be
worry.
nighttime in Romania, right? Oh, okay.
No, it's actually almost 4 p.m.
So kind of mid-afternoon.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
In the
nighttime.
U.S., it's
Yeah,
morning time.
exactly.
It's almost 9 o'clock. Good afternoon.
Good morning then.
All right. I will hope you take care, and hopefully we'll be able to have a conversation in a week or two, maybe. All right.
Okay.
Yep. No, thank
Yeah,
you.
take care.
You too.
Thank you again. Have a
Bye.
great day.